Shit talker black. No, this is a video of naval intelligence, aka Scientology, OTO. OTO, that means they're going back to Aleister Crowley. Still dealing with Aleister Crowley. Scientology, OTO. Not Scientology, OT. And MK Ultra applications in China Lake human weaponry. And she is a staff member. See, the Church of Scientology is set up so that we can see it and know. When we see it, we read it, it will say Church of Scientology. It doesn't just say Scientology. No, inside the church are members. These members are used for all kinds of shit. You do not know what they're used for. She will tell you. This is how I know it is Scientology. In Scientology, the word alone lets you know that is the study of science. And Scientology deals with the study of your mind.
I would like to talk about the fact that there are rituals done at the military bases also, and that rituals are not a cover.
See, military also, it belongs to Scientology. It's a science, isn't it? It has to be a science to have someone in your military, and someone has to fly this plane with the bombs and drop it on other people that they know absolutely nothing about. You have to have had to modify their behavior, or their parents' behavior have been modified. Somehow, someone's behavior has been modified. Because most of the people who are in the military, I found out a couple of years, well, I found out some years ago that Muslims are even in the military. I was kind of shocked on that one. But they're Christians. These are Christians doing these things. Although Scientology is a church, but it doesn't go for it being a Christians, Catholic, or whatever. It just goes for the whole. They don't care. They just need the body thetans, you know, to have a body to work in. And they teach each and every one of them how to put a body thetan in someone. To me, it's like the body snatchers, although they are taught it in a different form. But I don't comprehend how you could be taught one thing and then you see something else and you just stay there. You know, they're told, you know, if you don't have any money, you still can take the courses. You can come and live here. Even if you don't come and live there then and you join, sooner or later you will move in, and they tell you, oh, you know, the rooms are like this and that. Then you wind up in a room, 55 people in a room. You know, the room is not small, but it's not big either. And these 55 people have one shower and one toilet. And these 55 people only have 5 minutes to bathe. If you pass 5 minutes, someone will come and pull you out. Wow, they treat them so horrible. Scientology is mean. I mean, it's really, really mean.
For mind control programming, as some survivors have been saying publicly lately, the people that do the mind control are involved, and rituals are very much a part of how they do things. For example, naval intelligence members or people that are in naval intelligence are usually very involved with Ordo Templi Orientis. And that doesn't mean that everyone in naval intelligence is involved in that. But
see, everyone is not involved. But if you go and you watch the 1982 hearings, Clearwater Scientology hearings of 1982, you will hear them say, you know, they infiltrated. When you infiltrate, you don't win everyone. But they seem to have infiltrated here and infiltrated there and won many families. There were many families in Scientology. That's why some didn't want to leave, because they knew they would not see their child anymore. They would not see their mom, their sisters, their auntie, their grandmother. I say, wow, you guys infiltrated whole fucking families. Many, many families. The whole family. Some people have their babies there. You know, the whole family is in Scientology. So they can fuck you up easily. But those of us who are not in Scientology, they still find ways. They use mind control, MK Ultra and applications and all other kind of shit to fuck up the community's mind about you and to fuck up your family's mind about you. Man, these people have it going on, and well, they're still around. They're even going to be they're really going to fuck us up now.
Intelligence is responsible for a lot of overseeing of ritual activity in this country. And
in this country.
Are responsible for a lot of this going on. There are other organizations, other agencies involved, but naval intelligence is very involved.
See, other agencies are involved with Scientology.
I would like to show some slides today of my artwork depicting what was happening, some of what was happening to me. And this artwork it was done in crayon, pencil, pen, paint, whatever I could have my hands on at the time. It was done while sitting on the floor. It was done while being in the hospital. It was done while anywhere that I could do it. And I did it as quickly as I could because these things that were coming out of me were overwhelming. And
these things that were coming out of me, the thetans or whatever they call it, you know, you have so many of them that were coming out of her. But she had already been experimented on, and her, not just her, but others were being experimented on too.
I couldn't write about it. I did keep a lot of journals, but some things I couldn't write about, but I could draw. So I drew them. And there's a lot to be said for the drawings, because there's something that can say what words can't say. It wouldn't do it justice to try and describe in words what the pictures can show. I also, before we start, I would like to make a point about something. I'm not usually a speaker. I work full-time, and I have a very busy life. And this is, coming here and doing this is the second time I've spoken to a larger audience. I've been asked, why don't you write a book? I'm not particularly driven to write a book.
No, that's something else. All the Scientologists that escape, they all write books. So you escape from the people who are actually suppressing you, and you run out here with all of us who are suppressive people. Now you want to be one of us, and you write a book, so now we're still going to take care of you. So you have to understand, Crowley was a scriptwriter. L. Ron Hubbard was a scriptwriter. And so now those who leave, they're scriptwriters too. There's something to that. There's just fuzzy, but there's something to all of them leaving, writing books, and then the suppressive person, I guess it's just so nosy, wants to know what the fuck is going on, will buy the book. And that is to keep them living in the conditions that, you know, like they have nice house, nice cars, and whatever else, who knows what else. And they're like, everywhere you look, you see this Tory Christian chick, you know, and you see others and others and others. They just keep coming and coming and coming. There's non-stop. Even when they're young, they're reading books. There's something to that. There's something to that.
There's a lot of complexities regarding my feelings right now that I am still trying to deal with. And I am doing this right now. I'm speaking out because of my children having been taken away from me. And this, I'm not...
Something else. Scientology is in charge of CPS, DCF, whatever it is in your county or your town, your state or community, your town. That's Scientology. They come in, they take your children. That is against the law, period. It's against man law, which is the Constitution. It is also against the law of the land. For you to come and force your way into someone's into someone's house, into someone's family, and now you become the ruler of that family. No, family takes care of family business, but you don't allow family to do that. That's Scientology. That's Scientology. Disconnection, separation.
The only one. So I feel that other survivors have lost their children in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the first things that they do.
She said it's one of the first things that they do. And that was one of the first things they did to me. Took my children. And a lot of survivors, she said, she didn't say victims. She said a lot of survivors have this done to them. It's one of the first things that they do. And that's one of the first things they did to me here in California. Yeah, it was not targeted like that. But Florida, it was one of the first things they did was took my children, and then, oh hell, everything then it just spiraled down into hell. The bottomless pit. You know, I had been heard that Florida was the bottomless pit. Well.
And this is why I'm speaking out. I'm definitely not doing it for the money. This is not something that I would want to be known for. So I think that it speaks for itself, and I'm telling you right now, this is a serious thing. It's not a game for me.
Right, it's not a game for me.
If anyone in the audience feels like they can't watch some of these things, then they're free to leave. And I'm not offended by it. But I'm just letting you know right now that I've had some reactions to these pictures, but I've picked out the tame ones. So, why don't we start? Okay, this first one is an example. This is how I felt as a child, and this is how I felt most of my life. This was a picture that I just drew to express how my mundane life felt. I had no life to speak of. I had a lot of missing time. I couldn't figure out my feelings.
She had a lot of missing time. She couldn't figure out her feelings due to Scientology experimenting on her.
Figure out anything. And this was about the first picture I ever did dealing with what was coming up.
What was coming up? See, what's coming up?
Okay, this picture is important simply because of a few pictures that follow. I had a part called Alice.
And she had a part called Alice, and that's what they do in Scientology. You actually have to read Alice in Wonderland. I haven't dug deep into it yet, but I've come across it in some of the videos.
And it turned out that it was Alice in the Gray Place.
In a gray place.
Alice in the Gray Place mystified me because I knew about Alice in Wonderland programming.
See? Alice in Wonderland programming.
But I didn't know what Alice in the Great Place meant. And I had a lot of journaling to figure this one out and drawing. So it took a few years to figure this one out. Okay, the next thing I realized that was coming up with this for some reason were dolphins. And a lot of survivors have spoken about dolphins in their experience and being taught to communicate with dolphins. And this was done on military bases. And this is what happened to me also. That this was coming from a military base. And I still hadn't put it together. So I knew that there were dolphins. I knew that they were gray. And that way I realized that there was a connection to Alice. Okay, what I realized and what I've discovered over the years is this is in particular pertains to Area 51. At Area 51, there are a lot of dealings with alien extraterrestrial life. And also on Area 51 on this base, which is underground, it's extensive underground system and levels, about 14 levels.
She said about 14 levels, but what if it's 13 levels? You know? It is 13 levels to this shit. 13 levels to destroy the melanated man. Now, while destroying the melanated man, they have to destroy their own too, because then everyone will see them. This shit is just happening to the melanated man, you know? So they have to destroy their own, but what they do in destroying their own is they do these experiments on their own to make sure the experiment will work. And then they take it to any and everyone else. When I say 13 hours to destroy the melanated man, because I'm melanated, they're destroying me too. If you call it, you have another nation, then it's 13 levels to destroy your ass too. They don't care. They don't care who they destroy. They don't care. They just need to wipe us, so many people off the earth within a certain time, and they're doing the shit. Google and see how many people die a day. How many people died in one day. Do that for today, or do it in 2010. And then go back to 1982 and see how many people died in one day, and go back to 1960. You're starting to see more and more people dying today than any other time. Mostly today, dying from cancer. Men, women, and children, all babies are dying from cancer and war.
Not only deal with extraterrestrials, but in order to hide what they are doing and hide the fact that we have a very advanced technology, that there are a lot of these craft flying saucers that
She said craft flying saucers. Actually, those are drones.
They are actually engineering and putting out. We have that much of an advanced technology. It is not coming, all of it, from aliens. But it settles, or it suits them just fine for us to think that it's all alien technology.
And yes, she has been put up under so much mind control that she'll go into that alien shit too. When they're talking about aliens, they're giving you pictures of aliens. So now you have a picture when you read alien, and you have a picture even when you don't have a picture. Someone say alien, you get a picture in your head. But aliens are those that are of other countries and over here in America. There are Chinese, Japanese, South Indians. All these people are coming over here now. They are performing these rituals and shit, but they're all a part of Scientology, OTO. They're all a part of it. And this is naval intelligence. Scientology is about, you know, Navy shit, you know, being on the water, this and that. She speaks some more. I might come back with some more of her stuff. I might not, I don't know. But I'm thinking really towards coming back with just a little. But I'm going to listen to it so I can get to the point I want to get to it, and then I'll come back to it. Shit talking like he wrote.